link, put it in the chat for those who have issues with audio. So put everything away. Ask people who are with you, your loved ones, tell them, can you give me at least the next 1 hour or 1.5 hours to be able to learn, not to disrupt you, so that you can get the most out of this session, because this is what will change your life. This will change how you perceive life from here on. Remember, it's a life-changing opportunity. Don't be left behind. So I have to mute myself now on YouTube, and then I will come here and share the link. I've shared the link on the chat. You can follow on YouTube, is much easier. Thank you very much. Virginia, you're saying I can hear you. Benjamin, oh, I can hear you. Mary, oh, good. Let me ask a question in the next 2 minutes, as 3 minutes as we start. What is your expectation for this evening? Or let me just ask, where are you joining us from? Just take a moment, type it in, and let me know where you're joining us from. And those people, if you have challenges with audio, follow. Join us on YouTube. And there is the link. If you're having any challenges with audio, join us on YouTube. Oh, David, Kajiado County, Kiserian. Thank you very much. Lydia in Sigona. You are my neighbor, Lydia Moreiti. You are my neighbor. Sigona is not very far from where I am. I'm still along Wayaki Way, just before you get to Kikuyu. Virginia, you're following us on Nyandarua. Hopefully Nyandarua on Nyandarua, Maggie in Kericho, Caro in Kasarani, Sisi in Kiambu, Vivi in Nairobi. Oh, this is great. Melvin in Bomet. There's someone from Embu, a Green from Kino. So you are very next to my neighborhood. Victor in Feather, Embakasi, Mohammed in Mandera. This is good. I can see more people saying where they are coming from. Kericho, that is Roslyn. Mohammed in Mandera County. Alice, not able to hear, please. Then Evans in Kakamega County, number 37. So if you can't hear, I have dropped a link. Oh, that was gone directly to, so Alice, I know you can't hear, so there it is. And let me post it again for everyone who's just joining us. There we go. If you have a challenge with audio, let me know. Centurion, Miss Lerioka in Kajiado. Welcome. Karibu sana, karibu sana. Alice, I've seen your hand going up. You say you can't hear. It will be better then if you follow us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, I would appreciate if you can just drop a comment. That's the only way I can know you're there. There's Zach joining us in a Laureate, love learning new things. Thank you very much. There's also Penina, Kitale, Trans Nzoia County. That is so good. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, the only way I can know you are there is when you drop in a chat. You just drop it and say something in the chat. I can see more people joining us on YouTube. So it's because I like keeping time. Start. I wouldn't want to lock people out, because there are some people who will come in at the nick of time when it is exactly 7:30 and we say we are going to start our session at 7:30. I respect you and I respect your time, and I wouldn't want to take much. I can see Alice, you're saying now you are hearing us on YouTube. Karibu sana, Alice. So that is the thing. If you have any audio problems, join us on YouTube. It becomes way easy, and then you can drop a comment. I know you're there. Kibet Gilbert Kuril. For those who can't hear, can try calling over internet. Is it, if it would work? Yeah, thank you very much. You can use the call over the internet, or better still, that link usually works. So you go on YouTube, you don't need to set up any audio, so it's easy. And actually, yeah, thank you. I can see Alice has been able to join us right there. So thank you very much. I appreciate you taking your time and joining us. I will see how I'll be able to manage seeing comments both from YouTube and those who are following us on Zoom, but everything is going to be okay. So I think I am good to go. Are you ready to go? If you're ready, say yes in the chat. Are you ready to go? If you're ready, say yes, 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 yes. I see those who are ready to go. And then I start off. Thank you, Mohammed is ready. Kibet is ready. Victor is ready. Who else? Mary is ready. Agreed is ready. Penina is ready. Evans is ready. Sheila, all set. I can see Mary Njoguna is all in on YouTube. Oh, we are good. We are good to go. Sissy, ready to go. Yes. I can see Chris Ngugi on YouTube saying, yes, ready to go. David, you're ready. This is exciting. Lydia, thank you very much. So let's get started with this session. As I said, welcome to how to get to that 6-figure salary, even without a degree or master's. Yeah, I am here to teach you how to get there. I'm not saying a degree is bad. I'm not saying getting a master's is bad. But if you don't have, do you feel condemned and feel like you cannot really progress and get to that 6-figure salary? I am here to let you know. And thank you very much. Neo Ray is ready. I can see Virginia is ready. And Brian is also ready. Now, I am guessing for a lot of you, this is probably not the first seminar or training that you are attending. The first thing I want to mention is that if you have failed to earn more money in the past, it is not your fault. There is a lot of information out there and it can be confusing. Many times that information overload keeps you from success, and it's okay. If you have been concerned in the past that you just can't succeed in employment, I want to put those fears to rest. You just need the right person to explain it to you. The society, on the other hand, has perpetuated the message that you need to be an entrepreneur for you to be successful. And if you're an employee, you are looked at as a second-class citizen. I want to tell you, most people are better off as employees, and they get more satisfied and have higher productivity. The big corporation, the education system, and the government wants you to think you need some fancy college degree to be successful. I'm here to tell you they are wrong. They have their own reasons for wanting you to think that, but it is not true. If you have ever thought that the government and the education system wants you to fail, you're probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding. They want to keep you in debt and in need. The difference with us is that we actually care about your success and truly wants to see you living the life of your dreams. So that is what we are here for. I want you, I know you have that dream job, that which will give you the highest satisfaction and utilize your full potential. I want to show you how to make that happen during this training. So are you ready to learn how to make that happen? If so, let me know. Just say yes, yes, yes. If you're ready now to know, let me know. Say yes in the chat. I know you had said yes as we started, but it's okay. I want to confirm we are together. Melvin, you're saying yes, please. David, you're saying yes. I can see Alice saying yes. Evelyn Juma following all the way in. Sia saying yes. Very ready. That is Zach OG. There's Virginia. There's Maggie. There is Evans. There's Albert, Centurion. Everybody say yes. So this is great. We can be able to move on. Now, I want you to imagine this. If it's possible, close your eyes and imagine attending an interview. And at the end of that interview, the hiring manager tells you the 3 magic words that you are hired. You work. At the end of the month, you receive a pay slip that looks like this. Your basic salary is 180,000. Your house allowance is 50,000. Your medical allowance is 25,000. Your commuting allowance is 15,000. All this adding up to 270,000. How would that make you feel having such a payslip? I'll give you a minute just or a second just to imagine that, see that happening to you. And yes, it is possible for that to happen to you. So as we start off, I want to ask this question. Now that you have imagined, what does a 6-figure salary mean to you? In a nutshell, in a word or two, in a phrase, what does a six-figure salary mean to you? I have asked this question to so many people and I get a varied range of answers, and I want to hear from you. Some is about financial freedom, some is about good education for their kids, some is about buying the dream house, some is about going for vacation, some is about buying their dream car, and it's okay, and it's okay, and it's okay. Everything is okay. So let me know in the chat. In your case, what does a six-figure salary mean to you? I can see Melvin saying satisfying, Sheila, financial freedom and abundance. I can see everyone saying, whoa. Victor, you're saying is about stability. Thank you very much. I can see Sami's financial freedom. Festus Mutulu saying yes on YouTube. There's Abdirazak saying it's okay. We are ready to go. What is a six-figure sum? Agreed, you're talking about stability. That is very correct. By the way, financial stability, Maggie, confirming. Thank you very much. CC, financial empowerment. Virginia, doing good, God's work fully. Hallelujah. I can see here Virginia, that was Virginia. Security, that is Patricia, security and freedom. There is independence and stability. There is empowerment, that is Alice. There is Abdulrazak saying huge money. Financial, better life, success. That is really the Evans. Thank you very much. And it is good for you to understand or have that picture in your mind what a six-figure salary means to you. Because if you don't have it clear, then it will be like chasing after the wind. You don't know what you are going after. Alfred, you're talking about, I imagine being that pillar that those who look up to me can depend on. And for sure, you can be able to be dependent on. When I was planning this training, I was targeting two types of people. The first individual that I really want to help in this session is a professional who feels that lack of a degree is the hindrance to their career progression. So if you're here and you think the only thing that is holding me back is not because I don't have a degree, I'm here to help you. And the second kind of person I'm here to help is an individual with or without a degree. They still feel stuck in their career. Are you here and you're feeling that feeling of being stuck in your career? I am here to assist you. And my goal at the end of this session is to show you the only way to get to the six-figure salary, even without a degree or master's, is by acquiring what I call the badass pro skills. And guess what? The only place you can get these badass pro skills is through a program called the Badass Pro, and we will talk about it in the course of this program. So don't worry about that. For those who are seeing me for the very first time, or you are not so sure who I am, my name is Daniel Mutuku. I am the founder of Career Point Solutions. And over the last 10 years, I have been blessed that I have been in a position to work in recruitment as a career advisor, personal and professional development coach. I'm also a certified digital marketer by Google. And among other groups that I'm a member of, I'm a very proud member of the League of Young Professionals, also known as LYP. I'm an author of 4 books. The first one is Facebook for Profit, how you can easily use Facebook for profit. And the second one I did was the Blueprint for Success, guaranteed steps to achieving anything. And at the beginning of this year, I gave this book for free, and I'm going to give it out for free, How to Conquer the Year Ahead. Make the next 12 months your best year ever. Do you know today is the first day of the second half of the year? How far are you with your goals? You can still use the tactics in this book and make the next 6 months your best year ever, or still go up to next year, time like this, make the next 12 months your best year ever. And also I gave this book for free. I'm still giving it out, the Ultimate Cover Letter Guide, 101 sample cover letters for all professionals. I have 2 questions before I start off, and this is to ask for your permission. Yeah, I want to ask, number 1, your permission. Will you let me be your coach for this session? Will you let me guide you? Will you let me help you and coach you? If so, say yes in the chat. Be my coach, or anything in that reflection. Thank you very much, Grace. I can see you saying means getting a salary that is at least US dollars 100,000 for an individual. Yes, I get that. Very good. I can see Rosaline, you're saying yes, you want me to be your coach. Melvin saying yes. Kibet, yes, be my coach. Maggie, be my coach. Mohammed, yes, I will. You are allowing me to be your coach. Drop that in the chat. Centurion, Mary, Vivi, I've seen. Mohammed, thank you very much. Alfred, yes, be my coach. That is Maureen. There is Lydia, Albert. Okay, everybody, thank you, thank you. And the next question then I want to ask is, as your coach, will you let me or allow me to tell you the truth, the hard truth, even if that is not what you would want to hear? If so, say yes, tell me the hard truth. Yes. Or you can say yes for number 1 and 2, whichever works easier for you. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Mohammed. Oh, Mohammed saying truth, of course. There is Galaxy, there is Lean, there is Kibet. Tell me the, okay, good. I can see, because I'm going to tell you the hard truth, even if that is not what you want to hear. Because I'm not here for you to like me, I'm here to guide you. Maggie, you say, give me the hard truth. Do, Benjamin, I can see Alice saying yes. Evelyn on YouTube saying yes, be my coach. I can see Chris, you're saying be my coach. Alice, yes, yes. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. So then with your permission, I can go ahead and do this. I want to tell you that I am not crazy when I'm telling you we have very successful individuals out there, even without a degree. Yeah. On the left here, this is the late Bob Collymore. And to the time of his death, he was at the helm of the most successful company in East and Central Africa. He was the CEO of Safaricom. And you know, by the time he was passing on, he did not have a degree. So is this second person here, a very vocal media personality, Maina Kageni, earning a lot of money still from employment. Do you know to date, he does not have a degree. Jalango just got his degree, graduated in December last year, but still before he graduated, he still had a lot of success accumulated without a degree. So is Churchill, still doesn't have a degree, but very successful. So I'm not crazy when I'm telling you. How did they make that happen? That is what I want to focus on. And to give you that idea, I want to give you my job search story. Yeah? Back 2009, I just cleared my schooling. I am looking for a job, and it was quite hard. I was lucky that I was able to get my first real job in 2010. It took me about 1 year. According to the Bureau of Statistics, it takes about 3 to 5 years for a fresh graduate, from someone straight from college, to be able to secure their job, their first job. To me, it took 1 year, and it felt like forever. And I really sympathize with those people who take 3, 4, 5 years without a job. It's quite hard. But something interesting happened when I got my first job. In the next 1 year, I got over 10 interviews. This is almost an interview every month, but I was not getting these jobs. But then came 2011 when an opportunity came, and I said, I must seize this moment. And I said, this is a job that I want. At that particular point, I was working in CIA under the Computer for Schools project. I was a computer tutor. They are teaching teachers how to use computers for learning, and also teaching students how to use the computers. But then there was an opportunity in Nairobi for an international school. They were looking for an ICT teacher, and I said, this is my dream job. I want to get it. And when I went there, I got the job, and actually that is where I started. When I reflect back, is where these badass pro skills come from. Because typically this is how it works. Yeah, you apply for as many jobs as possible. If you're lucky, you're invited for an interview. If they like you, they give you the job, and it might not be your dream job, but you still take it because you need a job. But with badass pro skills, these are tried and tested techniques that will give you predictable results. Yeah, probably you don't want to be a teacher like me, but take a look at this. This is a guy called Alexander, and he dropped me an email telling me, thank you. I attended a career presentation last time. This Monday, I was interviewed for the position of liaison officer, Kenya Airways. And Wednesday, this week, I got the job. It worked for him, and he got the job. So, irrespective of the field that you're in, know that it does work. I have two main objectives or my obligation in the next now 40 minutes. I am going to share with you these two secrets. Number one, how to triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates. And number two, I want to share with you the secret on how you can be able to negotiate a 6-figure salary. Now, imagine we did not have time for both of these secrets. We only had time for one secret, and you really had to learn one. Which one would you want to go for? Is it one or is it two? Which one would you really, really want to know? So I want you to drop that in the chat. I want to see which one is the more popular secret that you would want to know. Is it one? Is it two? Mungoyi goes one. Mohammed, number two. Mikey number 1, Centurion number 1, Lydia number 1, Victor number 1. Oh, people are going for number 1. Festus says yes, for the 2. Thank you, Festus. I think you're answering. You want to be yes, number 1. Melvin number 1, Susan number 1, Virginia number 2, Neo number 1. Okay, number 1 seemed to be winning. I can see they're still coming. Both. Okay. Mugai wants to know both, yeah? But imagine we only had to choose one. But anyway, don't you worry, because today we have time for both of the secrets. Thank you very much, Chris. You're saying number 1 on YouTube. And don't worry, we have time for both of them, yeah? So we will be able to cover both as much as one is winning here. Alfred number 1, Mary number 1, Maureen number 1. Abdulrazak goes for number 2. It's okay. We will do both of them. We have enough time, so not to worry. Let's start with number 1. How do you triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates? Now, remember that story I was telling you. I was working at CIA, back in CIA. I think there's someone who said is following us from CIA. I was teaching a school called the Nia Girls. Hopefully you know it, yeah? And now this is an international school here in Nairobi. They are looking for a teacher. I came for the interview, and at the end of that interview, I felt like I did my best and I was going to get that job. I traveled back. It was a Friday. I traveled back to Siaya, and the next day on Saturday, as I was walking to my house around mid-morning, 10, 11-ish, I received a call. And this lady calls to tell me that, thank you for attending the interview. We are happy to inform you that we are offering you the job. I was so excited. I almost jumped in the middle of the road out of excitement. And I was like, yeah, I got the job. But then that afternoon, something a little bit depressing happened. I received a call from the same number. It was the same lady, but this time around, she was giving me some bad news that unfortunately they were withdrawing the job offer. That they had given me. I got confused. The body, you're the best. Sorry, I think the internet wanted to disappoint me, but I can see you guys hang on in there. Thank you very much. Let me share again the screen and continue. I don't know at what point I stopped, but I was saying when I got this job and they withdrew the offer, I was impressed the fact that I had no experience in that area, and yet I was given that opportunity. And I said, how come I beat these guys? And when I analyze that, it comes down to 3 things. It comes down to 3 things. Let me see what you are saying on the chat. You are back on YouTube. Get back to YouTube, please. I want to believe that we are also live on YouTube. Are we? Let me check. Give me a minute. Yes, we are back. If you're back, you can see me on YouTube, or you should just drop a chat and say, yes, we are on. Let me know we are on. Just a small hiccup with the network here. Okay, someone on YouTube saying we are on. We're number 1. Oh, they just, we are good. There we go. I think, yes, we are good. We can proceed now. So what I was saying, when it comes to the interview, you have 3 things. You have 3 things to do. Immediately you get into the interviewing room within the first 3 seconds. You should do this. Number 1, show them that you are as sharp as a tack, mentally acute, clever, intelligent, and mentally alert. You have your eyes on the ball. This should come straight off the bat the moment you get into that interviewing room. Number 2, you should show them that you are as enthusiastic as hell, showing and having great interest and excitement in that opportunity, in that specific job you're interviewing for, and in the company. And number three, you should be able to show them that you are an expert, you are knowledgeable, you have the skills in that area. These three things should come straight off the bat. You get into that interviewing room. You might be asking, how can I do that? The good news that these are learnable skills. I learned them, I have taught to other people, and they have executed them, and it has given them the result that they needed. Take a look at this email here I got from Brian. He was telling me, I'm grateful for your services, and I would like to give you feedback. The CV helped me get 5 interviews. In this day and age, who gets 5 interviews? Yeah. 3 finance assistant position and 2 finance officer position. Lucky enough, I managed to secure the finance officer job, which I'm starting in January. Find attached the JD to update my CV on the new position. Chep Krui sent me again an email telling me, hello, Daniel. Thank you for always sharing how to answer questions in an interview. In the beginning of this year, I secured a job that I have been dreaming to be a registry officer. She got her dream job. Now I am one. Thank you and be blessed. Here's another one, a very happy customer, Jane, telling us, thank you, team, for writing my CV in a professional way. I secured myself a job within few months. I'm happy for the results. My current employer was so pleased by my CV in such a way I cannot explain. I went for 4 interviews and still emerged the best. Look at that. And probably right where you are asking, these are some of the questions I got people asking me. How long does it take for me to get to that level? I want to tell you this, yeah? This is a job market. You are paid for the value that you bring into the market. You are paid for being valuable as an individual. Now, it takes time to get the value. It takes time to bring in the value, but you're not paid for the time. You're paid for the value that you bring in. Somebody asked, what about office politics? I want to assure you, office politics is not going anywhere, but I can teach you how you can use office politics to your own advantage. How do I convince the management that I'm the right candidate, that I'm due for promotion, that I can take up more responsibilities? Actually, that is the wrong question. It's very difficult to convince, to change people's mind, but I can teach you how to influence, because influence is a learnable skill. You can influence the management to know that you are the right candidate, that you can take up the responsibility. Do I need to quit my job? Sometimes, no, you don't need to. Most of the time, you don't need to quit your job. The opportunities are right there, and I can show you how. But if you have to quit, we will look at some red flags, we identify them, we say, it is time to go, right? Is it possible for me? I want to say, yes, it is very much possible for you. You have seen it work for Chepkurui, Brian, Alexander. The other one was Jane. Why not for you? It can equally work for you. So I want to say this with a lot of conviction, that it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. And I want you to repeat that after me. If you're in a position to repeat it out loud, please go ahead and repeat it out loud and say it. If not, just say it quietly, but with a lot of conviction, that it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. And that is my belief. That is very much possible. Now, before I go to my second secret, yeah, are we good? If we are good, let me know. Just say the chat, yes, we are good. Are we good? We can say, okay, let's move on, or just say something. Say we are on. I can see Zach saying we are on YouTube. Yes, we are good. We are good to go. Are you getting something? I can see, yes, Bodhi saying yes. Mohammed, go on. I can see Alfred say good. That is Alfred. Mohammed Hassan saying good. Okay. Mungai, is it possible to triumph over candidates with more experience? I type everyone. Okay, yes, it is possible. It is possible. Thank you, brother. Carry on. That is Mungai. That is Sisi. We are good. Okay, let's go to secret number 2. Let me go to secret number 2. I can see even on YouTube, you're saying, yeah, we are good to go. Marcia, Santi, Alice. Okay. I know there's usually a small delay for those who are on YouTube. Don't worry, I'll still read all those comments as they come in, even if it will take a few more minutes. Marcio saying we can go on. MM saying, hello, Daniel. Thank you very much for continuing to follow us. Secret then number 2. How do you negotiate for a 6-figure salary? When I was doing my research for this section, I came across this study that was done by JobVite. It's a very authoritative firm when it comes to HR issues. And they said that 84% of salary negotiations always results to a higher pay. And I say, this is good news. In other words, if you go and try and negotiate to a higher salary, chances of you getting them is very high, 84%. But again, the next statistic was a bit depressing because only 14% of employees actually try to negotiate their salaries in their current jobs. In other words, this is something they leave for the only when you're looking for a new job, when you're going for a interview outside your company. That's the only time you think you can negotiate for a salary, and not in your current job. And it is so it's not good. You have seen chances of getting a higher salary is very high, but still very few. If you have ever tried to negotiate your salary in your current job, let me know. Just say yes, you have tried. And if you did, how did it go? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it rejected? Did you get it? I would be happy to know. Maybe this statistic might be wrong, but you will be surprised how many people don't try to negotiate salaries in their current position. So I would say this to start with. Anyone who is confident enough to try usually succeeds. It starts with having the confidence to say, yes, I will go, I will negotiate, and I'm sure you will be able to get. So that is the starting point. I can see Mongai, you saying, yes, I got an increase. Good, thank you. You're confirming that chances of getting a higher salary when you negotiate for one is very high. Thank you. Anyone else? And you can try to put it to the minimum words. Yeah, I like the way Mongai did it. Just say, yes, I got it. This is good news. And it's just there to confirm that it happens. Now, on top of the confidence, you need something else. And I'm about to share with you 3 tips. Yeah, as much as you have the confidence, when you go, I can see Susan. Okay, now they are coming. Susan, you're saying, I negotiated, I was sacked. Oh, too bad. Sorry for that. But probably it's the approach that you had. Because if you have the right approach, which I'm going to share with you in the next 2 or 3 slides, yeah, the approach really matters. Maggie, you're saying, yes, I'm waiting. Very good to know that. So that means some people here are confident enough actually to go and try. Alice, you're saying you tried, was rejected. Might be it is how you do the approach. And I want to show you the right approach shortly. Number one, when you're going for your salary negotiation, this might sound very simple and stupid, but very profound. You need to know the salary that you want before you start your salary negotiations. You need to know the salary that you want before you start with your salary negotiations. Now, you will be surprised how many people come and tell me, I need more salary. I then ask them how much or how I need more. How much? I don't know. Right now you have 50,000. I give you 50,000 and a shilling on top. Is it that more? No, you need to be very clear. And you should not just have an arbitrary figure. It should not just be 100,000, 150, 270. This figure should be based on your worth. Do you know your worth? Do you know your value in the marketplace? Because that is what is going to direct your consideration and how you're going to consider to continue with the negotiation. Liz, you're saying it took time, but I was finally considered. I am happy to see that at least some people saying it happens. They get positive results. Now, once you have known your worth, once you know your value, then the next step is to make the company realize your value. Don't assume because you know how much you bring into the company in terms of revenue, in terms of clients, in terms of productivity. Don't assume they know. You need to make them realize and let them know what is your worth by, what is your meaningful contribution. Because if you leave it blank, you might think they know, but they don't. Make it clear to them what is your meaningful contribution. And thirdly, you need to have comparables for you to be able to justify your higher salary. Do you know how much someone like you, in a position like yours, in an industry like yours, with experience just like you, how much should they be paid? Because without these comparables, it's very difficult for you to know, or justify. And I'll give you some tools that you can use to know how much people are being paid. And you take a look at this email. This is an email that was sent to me by Julius. He was saying, "Good evening, greetings this evening. I'm writing to appreciate your work. It is barely 2 months after I used your reviewed CV. I'm glad that I have landed 2 jobs. I have taken the one that I prefer. I'm working towards completing the course M&E, that is monetary evaluation, a course we offer here. Career Point Solutions, you are the best." Now, here's another email from another gentleman, very my favorite, yeah, one of my favorites. Lawrence, he says, "I'm happy to inform you that after you guys reviewed my resume, I received 3 different calls for interviews within a span of 24 hours. Within a span of 1 week, I attended all the interviews. Unfortunate enough, I secured all the 3 jobs. This was after a pregnant search for a job for 1 whole year. I only had the difficult task choosing which one to go for, but eventually I opted for one and politely and professionally declined the other 2. Thank you. Thanks a great deal. And please convey my gratitude to the entire team. Yours sincerely, Lawrence." Now, I have a question for you guys. Yeah. If you got 2 or 3 job offers and you have to pick one and let go the other, what will be the main deciding factor? What criteria will you use to decide, I'll take job A and I'll let go job B? I want you to tell me in the chat, assuming you have 2, 3, 4, 5 job offers and you will go with job A and let go the others. What will be one of the criteria that you will use to decide which one to go for? And I want you to be very genuine, because if you're open, you're frank, I will call you out. If you're being modest, I will still call you out. Thank you, Sheila. You're saying, kindly advise where we get salary scale. Yeah, there are some companies, yes, they have salary scale, but you need to know what do you need to do to get to the next scale. Yeah, they might also have determined that. Evans, you're talking about salary will be used to determine. Thank you very much. You're very honest. Morally, you're saying salary and working condition. Thank you very much. Salary comes first. Carol, you're talking about, I consider stability of the company. In other words, you want to know how much you will be paid for longer, because a stable company will pay you for longer. Yeah. Working conditions, salary. Thank you, Virginia. But salary, I'm sure, comes in first. The other person here, let me check. Lydia, salary. Thank you very much for being very honest. I can see, Alice, you're talking about salary award. That is very correct. I like when you be, yeah, career progression, you're just being modest. Mungai, job criteria, my passion aligns with the mission. Okay. I can see Peter, your big salary is it. Victor, it's about salary. Thank you. Centurion, location and expenses. In other words, you want to keep more money in their pocket. Liz, salary, work engagement. Maggie, stability of the company where it's situated, and salary. So salary is one of the key things that people use. And we don't want to say that. We want to hide up there some good working conditions, flexibility, working environment, benefit. But we know people make decisions based on the salary that is being paid. And there is nothing wrong with that. This is a study that was conducted by Financial Online. And they found out that the most important consideration in accepting a new job offer includes salary. Compensation is number 1. Other people will consider personal development as number 2, and better work-life balance at 29%. And this is good. And I'll talk about work-life balance because it is important, especially this day and age where mental health issues come in a lot. It's important for you to know how do you balance these two. So I want to say this with a lot of conviction. Again, it is possible for you to negotiate for a higher salary and get it. And I want you to repeat that after me. That just as we did the first time. If you can say it out loud, say it. If people around you might think you're going cuckoos, just say it quietly, but with a lot of conviction. Let's say it together. It is possible to negotiate for a higher salary and get it. Yeah, that is something that I really, really believe, and I know it is possible. These are some of the questions that I got. Probably you're asking, how do I network with the right people? This is a very good question because according to LinkedIn, 85% of these high-paying jobs, they are gotten through networking. High-paying jobs, 85% through networking. And It's not about corruption. It's about just knowing the right people who will be able to introduce you to these opportunities. I give an example. I am looking for example, for an assistant, personal assistant. I want someone to assist me. I can post that job and many people will apply. But if my neighbor, my friend, my colleague just says, oh, I know this person who can do a very good job as a personal assistant, would you hire them? Chances of me picking that person who has been recommended, and that is networking, is very high rather than just getting a stranger. Somebody else asked, what matters most? Is it qualifications or experience? Now, this is the point where I said I need to be a bit of it hard on you. I need to tell you the truth, the hard truth. Most of the time when I see this kind of question, it is coming from a scarcity mentality. It is coming from a blaming and complaining point of view. Because you want me to say qualification is more important, for you to say, I knew it. I'm not getting these jobs because I don't have the qualification. I don't have the degree. I don't have the master's. On the flip side, if I say experience is more important, you're busy there saying, I knew it. No, and I'm not getting the job. Where do they expect me to get the experience even before they give me a job? You see, entry-level jobs, they want 2, 3, 5 years of experience. I want to tell you, none of this matters more than the other. It is what you have that matters. If you have the experience, use it to your advantage. If you have the qualification, use it to your advantage. Don't just look for a way or an excuse to say why you're not getting what you want. Somebody asks, yeah, how do you balance work and personal life? When you get to these high paying jobs, more is going to be expected from you. And as more is expected from you, you need to be very deliberate and intentional on how you separate work and life. Otherwise, you will find yourself working throughout, working throughout. And this is where mental health issues start raising or coming up. You are working to get money for your family that you don't even have time to spend time with that family. What is the job for sometimes, you might ask? Am I too young? Am I too old? Again, this is almost like the first one. I want to be very hard here on you and tell you, age is not a factor. I've seen people say, I'm not getting jobs because I'm too young. In the same breath, someone comes in and say, I think I'm not getting this job because I'm too old. Old, young, age is not a factor. You are just looking for an excuse. You're coming from a scarcity mentality. You're coming from limitation mentality. You are looking for something to blame. I think it is my age. I think it is I'm too young. I'm too old. If you're young, use it to your advantage. There are entry jobs for young people. If you're old, use it to your advantage. It might be experience you have gathered. I will say this. Yeah. This is an email I got from Bilshad. He told me, thanks. I recently landed my first consultancy with a few Kenya after heeding to your well laid out youth-friendly advice. Now, what I'm gathering, this is a gentleman who is older than me. He calls my advice youth-friendly, but did it matter my age? I'm younger. Did the advice work? Did it give him the result? Yes. What if I said, I think I'm too young, I cannot advise someone who is older than me? I would be holding myself back and I would be pulling other people back because they need to hear what I have to tell them. They need to follow my advice and it works. So age is not a factor. Stop using that as an excuse. You got to do the work. Someone asked me, how do you measure, track, and evaluate my progress? It is so sad when I see someone 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line, only to realize that actually they took the wrong direction in terms of their career. It is very important for you to track and measure and evaluate your progress as you progress. And I'll give you the tools to be able to do that. How do I fix myself in the succession plan? Yeah, there's some companies with succession plan. And this, we fall back to the idea of influence. You can influence and find yourself into the succession plan. What are the qualities of a person worth 6 figures? I like this question. And it's actually badass. This is an acronym. And these are the qualities. 6 of them. I'll talk about that. And then somebody asked me, how can I get started? I think I'm about to show you how to get started. Right? So I have a question before I show you that. If I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe that you can get to that 6-figure salary? If so, say yes in the chat. or say, yes, I believe. If I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe that you can get to the six-figure salary? If so, say, yes, I believe in the chat. Let me know. Rosaline, I can't see you. Still kindly help. Probably, or you can follow us on YouTube. It will be easier. Maureen, strongly believe. Susan, I believe. Mary, I believe. Victor, I believe. Maggie, Mungai, Cici, totally. Virginia, B. Omondi, JW something, Valerie, all okay. Everybody, I believe, I believe, I believe. Thank you. Winnie, I believe. Peter Mwania, I believe. Alfred, I do. This is super great, super great. Alice, experience is the best. Okay. Details of contract. Thank you very much, Chris. I am seeing that now on YouTube. Thank you, Alice. You're saying, I believe. Grace, I believe. I'm grateful that you believe, because that is where it starts. Ali, you're saying, I believe, of course. Thank you for believing. And I want to show you how to get that done. To get that happen, you need to be this. I want to explain to you what this Badass Pro is. So I want to ask for your permission. Is it okay for me to take the next 10 minutes or so to explain to you what is Badass and how it can be able to help you to get to your six-figure salary? This is a program, Badass Pro. I defined my own destiny. It has worked for several people, and I want it to work for you. So is it okay for me to take about 10 minutes, explain it to you? Then I'll be here to answer any questions that you might have. If so, just tell me it's okay, or say yes. Maggie, thank you very much for the permission. Actually, I'm asking for your permission. Mary, you're saying go ahead. Thank you. Grace, you're giving yes, it's okay. JFW802, okay. Alfred, okay. Victor, proceed. Carol, it's okay. I can see Liz saying, okay, please go ahead. Virginia, Peter saying, yep. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, thank you very much for the permission. I think I will be able to proceed. I will be able to proceed. Also, if you're on YouTube, you're saying it's okay, just drop that in the chat. Biomondi, Asante, Asante. So let me just take by the shortest time possible. They're still coming in. It's okay, Techno. Thank you. Now, I am very proud when I say that I am a Badass Pro. Pro stands for professional. Badass is an acronym. And basically, a badass is an individual who is bold, audacious, courageous. They will do what needs to be done to get the results. An individual who is authentic, they are true to themselves. They are authentic. They know their own potential and what they are capable of. An individual who is driven. They don't need to be constantly supervised for them to do their job. They have that inner drive in them. An individual who is aggressive. They will go grab what they believe is theirs and go for it, and not just allow someone to push them over. And at the same time, someone who is assertive. They're clear on what they want. An individual who is skilled. Do you remember that question of experience and qualification? What really matters? What matters most is skills. You can get some of these skills from your qualification. You can get these skills from experience, but whichever way, you need to have the skills. And an individual who is self-assured, who is confident of themselves. They know what they are here for. They are confident of what they can be able to do. So that is a Badass Pro. Bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured individual. This is our rally cry. We say that I am a Badass Pro. I define my own destiny. I create my own luck. I am confident but not cocky. Quiet but not silent. Competitive and aggressive. I take 100% responsibility. I never give up. That is our motto, and that is what we stand for if you become a Badass Pro. This Badass Pro, if you join the program, it is a 6 weeks coaching program, and the value that you're going to get out of it is about 100,000. Now, I'm not saying it costs 100,000, but the value you get is 100,000. And we have 6 weeks coaching. The first week, we will look at how do you get started and become unstoppable. Week 2, we will look at getting to know your worth, like how much should you be paid right now? Because once we identify the baseline, we can be able to see how then can we increase that value. Week 3, we will look at how to build confidence and competence. It is, confidence and competence, they go hand in hand. The more confident you are, the more competent you become. The more competent you are, the more confident you are in your skills. So let me say this. I heard of this quote. In this race of life, without confidence, you are defeated twice. Week number 4, we look how do you master communication, influence, and networking. Because remember, networking, that is where 85% of the high-paying jobs are gotten. And then week 5, we will look at how do you track and evaluate your progress so that you don't get left behind. And week 6, we will look at how do you negotiate your own six-figure salary based on now knowing your skills, knowing your worth, and what you're bringing on board. On top of the 6 weeks coaching program, you will also get one of our professional certification program. Again, worth at about 100,000. We offer these 4 main certifications. We have project management, we have project monitoring evaluation, we have strategic management and leadership, and we have fundraising and resource mobilization. Come to think of it, where do you think is the money at? With the NGOs, and they are constantly looking for people who have skills in project management, project monitoring and evaluation, fundraising and resource mobilization. And what a better way to influence and say, this is what I have. This will be the entry point for you to get these jobs. In a corporate setup, you will start in at an entry level, you work a little bit harder, you get to the mid-level. But for you to actually attract this six-figure salary, you should find yourself in the management and leadership of the company. What a better way to influence by telling them, I already have a certification in strategic management and leadership. Would that be a great thing? Now, on top of the 6 weeks coaching program, you get professional certification. Now you get also professional CV writing. Now, a professional CV, let's look at what is a professional CV. Most of us have CVs. This is just a documentation of where you went to school, where you have worked, a list of your responsibilities, and probably your referees. But on the flip side, a professional CV is a document that you use to market yourself. Think about any company that has a new product or a service that they're bringing to the market. And guess what? They will advertise it on newspaper, billboard, magazine, radio, you name it. You and me doesn't have the luxury of having a billboard about ourselves. Yeah. So what we use a CV, and we need to be very clear on what is it that we are selling. We are selling our skills, our capabilities, qualifications, experience to the employer, and how you put them across is very important. According to a famous study that was done, it is said that a hiring manager or the HR will take about 6 seconds to decide if they're going to read through your CV or not. Does your CV pass that 6-second test? Take a look at this, one of the most common CV layouts. Guy called Daniel, male, Kenyan, married. I will give you 6 seconds or even less. When you look at this information, can you figure out what this person can do? Because that is a question at the back of the hiring manager. What can this person do? From this information, we get very little. We decide to give this person benefit of doubt, and we say, let's check out their career objectives. How many of you have career objectives section in your CV? I want you to take a look at what I'm about to show you, because I just picked this random career objective from people's CV, probably even from your CV, and ask yourself, does this objective resemble the ones in your CV in tone and in style, or even sometimes word for word? Yeah, I see this one. I'm seeking employment with a company where I can grow professionally and personally. What can this person do? As a matter of fact, this statement here is very selfish. You're telling the employer what you want to gain from them rather than what you're bringing on board. Yeah. I'm seeking challenging opportunities where I can fully use my skill for the success of the organization. Again, good wording, but still saying nothing. I want to succeed in a stimulus and challenging environment that will provide me with advancement opportunity. Selfish. I want to excel in this field with hard work, perseverance, and dedication. You're not saying anything. my suggestion to you, if you have the career objective section in your CV, scrap it, get rid of it. It is not helping you. It's not adding any value to you. Now, on top of the 6 weeks coaching program, we have the professional certification, which is again about 100,000 in value. We have CV writing, which is about 3,000 in value. We also have sample cover letters. Now, a sample cover letter is a highly customized cover letter, and it is for a very specific position. Take a look at this. Yeah, this is a job description for an accountant for a random company I just picked. If then the responsibilities here are review and establish proper accounting systems, support budgeting and focusing activities, liaising with internal and external auditors. Now, if this fits what you do, or you can be able to do this, somewhere in your cover letter, you should have a statement that reads like this. I have the ability to review and establish proper accounting systems. In my previous employment at ABC, I was involved in liaising with internal and external auditors, such that when someone reads this statement, they feel like, yes, this is the person that we are looking for. Now, if you join the program, I'm telling you, on top of the 6 weeks coaching program that you're going to get, you get the professional certification, you get professional CV writing, you get sample cover letters, you get LinkedIn profile guide. My God, in this day and age, you cannot afford not to have your LinkedIn profile optimized, because that is where recruiters, headhunters, and hiring managers are spending time looking for employees. You see, unlike your CV, which is in your computer, in your email, in a flash disk somewhere, a LinkedIn profile is a living CV. It is working for you even when you're asleep. People are searching for you and they're looking at their profile. And when they don't see it's good, they don't get in touch with you. Look at this. She sent me an email the other day. He was telling me, hey, Daniel, I would like to thank you for the LinkedIn profile guide service. After your guidance on how to write a how to make a LinkedIn account look more professional, I have now been approached by a potential employer and I am due for an interview on Wednesday next week. The guy was not looking for a job. The job was looking for him while he was asleep, just because he had a professional profile on LinkedIn. Here is another one I saw on LinkedIn the other day. I just asked for her permission to help her to use this as a testimonial. And she said, on 13th March 2021, I posted my first LinkedIn post to market myself for a job. I was not really sure whether I would eventually have a positive outcome from this, but I kept my head up high. Got called for interviews almost every day last week, and yielded me a job. Yes, I have a job now just because of using LinkedIn. It's very, very powerful. Now, on top of the 6 weeks coaching program, you get the professional certification, you get professional CV writing, you get sample cover letters, you get LinkedIn profile guide, you also get interview coaching. Yeah, in an interview, there are certain questions that you will be asked day in, day out. And it's very important for you to prepare for these scenarios. 99.99% of the interviews that you attend, they will ask you, tell us about yourself. Do you know how to respond to that? Because how you respond to that is what sets best for the rest of the conversation. So, in other words, you will get value of about 210,000 if you decide to join today the Badass Pro program. Of course, that is not what it's going to cost you. It's the value. 6 weeks coaching, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, professional certification, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. Now that you know what the program is all about, what you're going to get if you join the program, I have a question for you. Are you ready to become a Badass Pro? If you're ready, say, yes, I'm ready in the chat. Are you ready to become a Badass Pro? Yeah. Bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured. If so, say yes. If so, oh, very, Maggie is ready. Centurion, yes. Ali is ready. Albert, JF something, Alfred, Susan, Mary, yes, I'm ready. Munkai is ready. Oh, Omondi is ready. Bio Monti, Caro is ready. Oh, everybody is ready here. Yes, Peter Mwania is ready. Redmi is ready. I'm checking here on YouTube. Are you ready? All what you're saying is ready. Oh, this is great. This is good. I'm happy that I came because I want to show you how to get this. I want to show you how to get this. Thank you very much, Liz, you're ready. So let me just say this, yeah? I had two choices when I was trying to figure out how much then should I cost it, yeah? And the first choice that I had was to go cheap and get as many people as possible. And I said, yeah, this looks like a viable option, yeah? Let me just give it a very small price and get as many people as possible. And the other option I had was to ask for a slightly higher investment and dedicate more time and effort to guarantee your success. Guess which one I went with? I decided to go with the second one because I don't want to get 101 people and I'm not able to guarantee their success. I better have fewer number of people, and this will make sure that I have more time, I dedicate more time and effort, and I will guarantee your success. So if you want to join the Badass Pro program, it is only going to cost you $24,999, or you can make 3 installments of $9,999, and you get the 6 weeks coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. And wait, one more minute. Absolutely no excuse for you not to take action. Do you know why? Because we have a 100% money back guarantee. If you join the program and 1 month down the line, you don't get exactly what I've said you'll get, just drop me an email, no question asked, you get your money back. But we assure you will be able to get value from what we're offering. Now, you have 2 choices. The first choice is to do nothing. This is your first option. Do nothing. Not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. And the other option you have is to be open-minded. Take up this small investment in yourself today and give it a shot. Out of these 2 options, doing nothing, which is risk-free, and we know no risk, no gain, or will you be open-minded? Take up this small investment in yourself today and give it a shot. Out of these 2 options, what is going to be easy or easier for you? I'll say this. Studies has it that it takes about 24 hours. If you have learned as much as you have this evening, if within the first 24 hours you don't take any action, chances of you taking action thereafter drops almost to 0. In other words, right now it is about 8:29. You have until 8:29 p.m. tomorrow to take action. And taking action does not mean just paying for the program. Just going back to look at your LinkedIn profile, thinking about how do I answer questions in an interview, looking through your CV, how does it sell you? Because if you don't take action now, chances of you taking action thereafter will go almost to 0. And I don't want that for you. In this world, we have 2 types of people. And even in this session, this webinar, we have these 2 types of people. Now, the first kind of people, the type, those who get an opportunity to change their lives, they agree with everything that I've shared with you this evening. They can see how it is applicable in their lives. And guess what? They do nothing about it. And the second type of people are those who take action and define their own futures. So out of these 2 types of people, those who take action and define their own futures, which type are you? Don't drop that in the chat. Just have it at the back of your head and let me know. So if you want to get in touch with me, I now want to open this session for questions. You can email me. My email is daniel@careerpoint.co.ke, or you can check out more about the Badass Pro program by going to careerpoint.co.ke/badass. Whoa, wait 1 more minute. I have one surprise for some of you who are ready to take action. I want to give you the 6 weeks coaching and all the 4 certifications. And all you need to do is to make at least a deposit of $9,999 between now and 9 p.m. We have about 30 minutes before we finish. If you're able to make the first deposit through the till number 715732, you will get the Badass Pro coaching program, the 6 weeks. And on top of that, I will give you all the 4 certifications. That is project management, project monitoring evaluation, strategic management and leadership, fundraising, and resource mobilization. You will never get such a deal anywhere else. This is the only time. And on top of that, I will give you, let me even stop sharing. Number 1, I'll give you a t-shirt written, I am a badass pro. You will go home with a t-shirt saying, I am a badass pro. And on top of that, I will also give you a notebook written, I am a badass pro. And this is for people who decide to take action right now as we are here live. On an evening like this, yeah, some people decided to take action. And this is what they got. Let me just come back to the screen I was sharing. These are just a sample of people who decided to take action. This is Winfred all the way in Matu. This is Eunice in Bungoma, Scholastica in Kikuyu. This is Winfred in Kiambu. They took action on an evening, and I actually will send this as a parcel tomorrow morning. You get the notebook, you get the t-shirt. Yeah. I don't wait for any other day. This is Clara, Nairobi West, Willie in Gara. This is she's all the way in Kitui, Eunice. This is Francis in Mombasa, and many more other people who have joined this program. I want you to be part of them, and I'm giving you that opportunity. So go ahead, make at least that first deposit of 9,999. You get the 6 weeks coaching, the 4 certification, professional sample cover letters, LinkedIn, and interview coaching. Let me see anyone with any question. If you have any question, I want to check, drop it in the chat, and I will answer that. Oh, you can see Maggie saying you're open-minded. Alfred, number 2. Grace, you're talking about the second option. Yeah, I'm happy that you decide to take that option. People on Facebook here, this YouTube, they are ready. Okay, I'll be waiting for questions. And let me say this. I still have a lot that I want to share with you before we leave, yeah? Warren Buffett, one of the richest people on earth, said this. The best investment you can ever have is to invest in yourself. It is said for every shilling that you invest in yourself, it will give you 30 shillings in return over time. That is a 3,000% return on investment. Where else will you get such kind of ROI? Real estate? No, maybe 10% per annum. Stock market, they're not really doing well right now. But the only place you can get that investment, that's why he said the best investment is to invest in yourself. And I want you to get this opportunity to invest in yourself. I also learned this from Brian Tracy. It's called the 10-10 rule. Yeah, where in the society we have been brought up, we have been told take 10% of your income and tithe it. Use it to help other people. I want to put it to you. Why not take another 10% of your income and tithe it to yourself? Use it to help yourself. This is where you get the money to fund your personal development. Fund and start investing in yourself. That is where you'll get the highest return on investment. And this is your opportunity to invest in yourself right away. Just make that deposit, 9,999. If you do it right now between now and 9, you get all the certification. Now, let me say this. This coaching program is starting off on Monday. So we still have between today and Sunday midnight for you to make at least the first deposit before we start off on Monday. But if you want to get all the 4 certifications, I want you to make that deposit now, between now and 9 p.m. We have 25 minutes. And if you make this payment thereafter, between 9 and Sunday midnight, you will get only one of the certification. You will have to choose, is it project management, monitoring evaluation, and stuff. So in case anyone has any questions, I'm still waiting. I think, yeah, I can see Robert. Robert has made a payment. I can confirm with my team. Okay, thank you very much, Robert. He gets on the team and gets all the 4 certification. You get yourself the notebook. I'll be sending you tomorrow the t-shirt. Let me just know your size and you will be getting it right away. Now, I want to show you this. This is a message I got, last month, 4th of June. And this lady called Lucy was saying she was very, very much grateful for the program called the Badass Pro. This is what she said. I cannot be grateful enough for the Badass Pro training that came with a professional made CV, sample cover letters. In a span of 2 months, I have managed to get 4 interviews from very reputable international NGOs such as ILRI, One Acre Fund, among others. With my new CV and the cover letter that I customized to suit various jobs. I am now confident to apply for jobs in the UN agency. And honestly, I am hopeful and confident that that is my next employer. For quite a long I hadn't been receiving interview invitations. It is no longer the case anymore. Thanks a lot, and God bless you for good work and always being ready to help. This is Lucy, who joined the program, and within a very short period of time, she started seeing results that she has never seen before. And this kind of thing really moves me because I know I can be able to help you, but you need to step up. You need to show up. You need to sign up. And that is where the result starts coming in. And this is quite powerful. I want to ask you this question. How would you feel when you are passed on a promotion because you don't have the right skills? How would it feel if the person next to you gets a big break because they understood how to network, but you didn't? It doesn't feel good. And I don't want this for you. But on the flip side, let me ask, how does it feel if a time like this next year, you are debt free, you are living in your dream home, and you're planning your next vacation? How would it feel? Quite good, right? And I want to tell you, this can only happen if you decide to take action right now. As majestic as the lion is, the king of the jungle, as the eagle soars in high skies, unless it decides to take action, it will die of hunger. It has to go out there and hunt. And this is the opportunity for you to take action right away. I believe the universe conspires to make dreams come true to those who take action. And here you have your opportunity to take the action, to join this program, get all the 6 weeks coaching, get all the 4 certification ready for you, professional CV writing, cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, interview coaching, and all you need to go just make the first deposit. That is 9,999 through the till number 715732. Once you make the payment, you can drop me a private chat. You can just say something in the comments, and I can see Robert had joined us. Yes. And you start off. And you start off. And you start off. Right? This is great. Let me see here. Alice, you say, kindly give me just 1 week. Alice Bialo, we'll get in touch. We'll get in touch. Hopefully you got my email. Drop me an email. We'll talk tomorrow, right? We can be able to talk tomorrow. Let me say this. I learned this from Warren Buffett. This is one of the first business philosophers. And he says, do not evaluate something based on its cost. Rather, you should evaluate something based on its worth. Like, instead of asking, how much does that thing cost? How much does that program cost? 24,999. That is crazy. Ask yourself, what is it worth? What will it make you? What will it cost you if you don't join it? Yeah. Don't ask how much is that book? How much will it cost you if you don't buy it and read it? So when you evaluate something based on its worth, you start seeing things differently. And it is important for you to do that. I know you guys here, you have big goals, right? I have a challenge for you. Let those big goals, let the size of your goal be equal to the size of your investment. Let the investment that you put into yourself be equal to the size of your goal, because that is the only way you can be able to go out there and actually achieve it. There is it. That is it. 6 weeks coaching, 4 professional certifications at only 9,999 as a first deposit. You will never get this anywhere else. I want to finish up. Oh, there's a very, well, people are really doing some questions. Okay, let me just go through these questions very quickly. Does one have an option of maybe having a professional CV and LinkedIn? Yes, we do have that option. You can send us your CV. You can just get the CV, cover letter, and LinkedIn, yeah, without the coaching. But sometimes without the coaching, it doesn't make any difference, but it is a package. If you want, send me your CV, we'll get there, yeah. But this is a program that needs to take you to the next level. You need the guidance, you need the coaching, you need the mentorship, right? Vicky, this is my first time being on this program. I'm convinced that things can get better. Consider what others have done and succeeded. I wish I was loaded now. I would have sent my payment. Will join you. Will join in due time. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, Liz. Let me see if I can send you a direct message. Yeah, just send me your number. Your number. We can talk tomorrow. We can talk tomorrow. Actually, I'll make sure to call each one of you. Yeah, if you are interested. Again, that's the other thing I want to teach you about negotiating. It's just saying, yeah, this is what you're saying, but this is what I have. Can we negotiate? Can we have a different payment plan that would work for me? I can see you saying I'm broke and you don't have a job. It's okay. I also understand that this program is not for everyone. Yeah, sometimes people pay attention only when they pay, and I really understand. So it might not be for you for this particular point, and it's okay. I can also see Baggy, you're saying you will join soon. I'll be very happy if you can just send me your number. I'll actually give you a call tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, Maggie, it's fun. Okay. Let me just say this. Yeah. As I continue. If you're wondering, where do I get the time to do all this? I'm already very busy. I have a very crazy schedule. I want to say this. I came to learn about this called the E to E ratio, and it is the entertainment versus education ratio. And it said the top 5 successful part of their population, those guys, they spend 95% of their time in education and only 5% in entertainment. While the bigger percentage of the population, that is 95%, take 95% of their time in entertainment and only 5% in education. And entertainment does not decide going just for parties, but think about how much time do you spend on your social media? How many times do you spend watching TVs and gossiping and talking about football and talking about things that are not adding much value to your life? You need to flip the script and have 95% of your time educating yourself. And I don't mean going back to school. There's so many opportunities to educate yourself, reading books, joining such programs, going online, and signing up for free online courses, paid up courses, going for seminars, workshop, and such stuff. And if you're wondering, where do I get the time? I want you to be very purposeful with your time. Yeah. And I have some suggestions that I want to give you that will create time out of nowhere, out of your busy schedule. Number one, create a morning or an evening routine. If you wake up at 6, why don't you just wake up 10 minutes early just for your own personal development? Say, I will use the first 10 minutes of the day to read a book, to consume a certain course, or to do and listen to a podcast. 10 minutes per day, in a year, you will have over 3,000 minutes, which converts to almost 500 hours. You will be surprised. No, is it 50 hours? Yeah, somewhere there. In the evening, before you sleep, say, before I sleep, I'll take about 10 minutes to read a book or do something before. That would be important. Do you know we spend too much time in our commute time, yeah? On average, here in Nairobi, we spend about 2 hours in traffic, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. And if you take that time to study time, listen to an audio podcast, something, you might recover a lot of time. And also maybe decide to have, take a little bit, 30 minutes before working hours, or stay a little bit longer, because the moment you leave everyone at 5, that's why we have traffic. But you can stay a bit longer for you to be able to finish up what you wanted to do. So this is your opportunity. Take action right now. Easy 3 payment installment. Get the 6 weeks coaching, the 4 certification, professional CV, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. Let me answer. I can see some questions here. Okay, Maggie, I got the number. I can see. Sylvia, you're asking coaching schedule. Is it virtual? Now, this is how the coaching works. Yeah, it's good you have asked that question. We have material that we have on our learning platform. By the way, even the other professional certifications, they are done online. And Once you access this coaching material, they are divided in weeks. And once you go, for example, week 1 material, we then create a one-on-one session. It might be virtual, it might be physical. We do it on Zoom or on phone call. Mainly we do it on Zoom at the end of the week, where we discuss what have you done, how has it, what has come to your awareness and all that. So that is how mainly it works. It's a combination of online, virtual, and physical. If you want, it's a hybrid. But thank you very much, Sylvia, for asking that. I know for the courses, they are fully online, but we also have sessions where you can get a training. Peter, I've gotten your number. I want to know that you're interested in the same. I'll give you a call and then we can be able to do that. I'll actually do that. Isaiah, I've gotten the email address. I'll send you more information there. So as I finish up, this is my final thing, and then we can call it a day. If you still have any question, let me know. I will release you before, actually today I'll release you before 9. Don't worry, we keep time. You will never feel 100% ready for an opportunity when it arises. The ducks will never all align up. It will never be a perfect moment for you to take action. But if you are not sure about it, the best thing to do is just do it. Just do it. Yeah? Because whenever you're feeling that fear in yourself, the greatest fear carries great opportunity. It carries the greatest growth opportunity. Whenever you're feeling fear, don't feel like it's a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because it is telling you you're about to go beyond your comfort zone, because the greatest fear carries the greatest growth in you. And this is how it works. In your comfort zone, you do things that you are commonly, you know how to do them. It is your safe zone. There is low risk and low returns. But whenever you just try to go beyond your comfort zone, that is where you get to the fear zone, and you feel a little bit afraid, and you have low self-confidence, and you find excuses, and you find ways of asking yourself, how will you are being affected by other people's opinions? How will people say when they hear that I joined this program? That's the fear zone. But for you to actually grow, you need to go from your comfort zone past the fear zone to the learning zone. And that is where you start facing challenges. You start solving problems. You acquire new skills. You extend your comfort zone. And voila, you're on the growth zone, where you find your purpose, you're living your dreams, you're setting new goals, you're conquering your objectives. And that is how it works. If you continue staying in your comfort zone, nothing will change. Low risk, low returns. But you need to go past your fear. And I'm telling you, the fear is a good thing, but that is what will help you go beyond that to the learning zone and to the growth zone. But I think that is my time, and I am done. I want to appreciate, I want to give you this last opportunity to make your payment of 9,999 as your first deposit and get all this in your case. Liz, I can see your email and you're saying, oh, it's coming first. The 3 installment based, after I received a call, kindly explain the 3 installments. So the thing is, you can pay in 3 installments of 9,999 monthly installments, but you need to make the first installment right now for you to be able to get all the 4 certifications, right? Carol, I can see, can I get the service in bits, CV? Yes, you can get it in bits, but I would say the coaching, you never know when there's the next time we will have. The CV writing, you can get it anytime. The cover letters, anytime. LinkedIn, anytime. But the coaching, because it takes my own personal time to be able to do that, I do take it, do it occasionally. But now I am set. I start off. Then after a while, I will need also to take a pause to recuperate. Yeah. Sylvia say, please share again the screen of the 4 certifications. Let me see if I can get there very quickly. There they are. You get professional, you get project management, project monitor evaluation, strategic management and leadership, and fundraising and resource mobilization. Now, I want to finish, and this is the last thing, and this is the better part of the session. This is the part that lifts my heart up. Now, I want you to take a minute and type and write in the chat, What is the one thing that you have gathered from this session? What have you learned? What is your greatest takeaway? Because I want to believe that I haven't wasted my time for the last 1.5 hours that we have been here, me and you. And I also want to believe I haven't wasted your time. So I want you to take your time and type. Of course, I don't want you again to type a whole book or a whole paragraph, but in a nutshell, what would you say is your takeaway? What have you gotten out of this session? So as I read those takeaways, that is what really fulfills me. I want to actually know that I have done my job. You have gotten the value that you wanted. Sylvia, I would appreciate if you can send me your number. I can explain all that for you tomorrow. And if yeah, you can send me your number, I can give you a call. I've seen the people who have sent me. Let me, I've also seen the number. You can send it privately. I'll give you a call. Who else here? There's someone here who has also showed interest. Or someone who said they missed the explanation. Hopefully, where did that chat go? Oh, it was Lizzie. It was Lizzie. You can send me. I'll give you actually a call tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you very much, Peter Mwani. You're saying your greatest takeaway is that success stories instill confidence. Yes, you need to have that confidence. Confidence is everything in this day life, this day and age. You need to have the confidence. Yeah. Let me, as I read through your. Imagine that is the certificate with your name right there. This is the project monitoring and evaluation saying that this person, your name, Lizzie, Caro, Sylvia, has been formally evaluated and assessed for demonstrating knowledge and skills to monitor and evaluate project, use result-based management, and has been awarded a certificate in project monitoring evaluation. Wouldn't that be lovely? That is great. That is great. Yeah. I can see another takeaway. Great insight. Invest in yourself, in oneself. We'll get in touch on LinkedIn. Thank you very much, Sylvia. But I wish you could just give me the number, because sometimes even on LinkedIn, I receive so many messages. Hopefully, I'll get to yours tomorrow. But I appreciate if that is how you want to get in touch. I can even give you my number. You can call me. I would want to call you. I wouldn't mind. But of course, not now. After tomorrow morning, not now. I will be having a debrief. Thank you very much. I can see the takeaway from Caro. I have learned about marketing myself in order to make up better position in my profession. Thank you. Thank you. I think people have gotten something. I really feel good when people have taken home something from the session. Yeah. I know there's some people who have been here with me. B. Omodi, Ali Buno, Evans, you've been here as we started. Infinix S4, you have been here since the beginning. Now, I want to know in the chat, what have you learned? What is your takeaway? What would you say is something that has stood out for you? Isaiah, Lizzie, I think I read yours. Victoria, Victor, there's Patricia W. What have you taken? By the way, you've been here all through. Alice, you've been here. Yeah, I want to believe that you're typing. Yeah, you're typing. Victor Mwenda, you've been here. Mwendwa, Richard, Peter, Winnie. So I have someone techno saying, I've learned how I can set new goals and objectives and achieve them. Thank you very much. Maggie, you've said the 3 tips on how to own your destiny. That is super. Oh, let me check also on YouTube here. Hopefully I did not lose you. We are still on YouTube. Let me see if there is any chat. Otherwise, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Has been my time, and I want to believe that you have learned. I can see David saying the 3-second thing is what he has taken home. That is good job. Good job. I appreciate that. Biomondi, the session was great. To me, I need to take the leap and conquer the fear and get the 6-figure salary. Yeah, you need to take that leap. Go for it. Go beyond the fear. Take the action. The only way to conquer fear is to take action. Let me, you can do anything in life. Great takeaway there. I think that is it. That is it. That is it. We'll keep in touch. I am very happy. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you. And until next time, I am out.